fender, next to the door where you open the door and you got it took out the part of the fender there, and it took out part of the door. And I can tell you, the smell, I have never smelled anything so pungent in my entire life. I mean, one time, years and years and years before that, I got sprayed by a skunk. I'd rather get sprayed by a skunk again and live with that than what I had to smell. It smelled like muss. It smelled like poop, urine, all that combined to a point. Here it is. It's cold out. I mean, you can see your breath. That's how cold it still was at the first part of June. And it burnt my throat. The smell was so strong that, I was breathing from my nose, and it burnt like you wouldn't believe. You could just feel the burning sensation. So I quickly went and tried to breathe through my mouth. It was worse yet. So whatever it was, I mean, that's how pungent it was. And even with the windows down, it took quite a few miles driving to air the car out.
Jeez.
Now, do you either one of you have any questions you want to ask me? Well, I guess you might. Do. Okay, but we got to wait. We need to take a break. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Night Dreams Talk Radio, so we'll be back.
History, I pause to take a sigh about the land Afghanistan, where empires go to die. Alexander the Great, he tried and failed. The Mongols, they did too. The British and the Russians, they got their ass kicked too. America's been there many years, and I ask myself why we don't learn from history, where empires go to die. They say it's terrorism, that's political malarkey. Just follow where the money goes to a corporate oligarchy. The food crops they once grew with their plow and
You can advertise your business on Night Dreams Talk Radio, and you will be heard worldwide. Why not contact us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com. You're listening to Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark with our host, Gary Anderson.
And we are back with James and Ryan. And Ryan, I think you had a question you wanted to ask me.
Yeah, I'm really curious on what that scream sounded like. You said it was pretty scary. I myself have heard one, but that came from somewhere else. But well, I mean, what did it sound like that it was so terrifying? I guess. Besides the creature itself.
Well, again, if you've heard what they sound like, I can't mimic it over there. I can tell you that it was loud, and it was long, and it wavered a little bit, and with the echo of the mountain there, at the base of the mountain, it was scary. I mean, I served in the military. I've been in firefights. I'd never been so scared in my life. I'll tell you what. I grew up in a family. My mom and dad and my brother, we used to go camping when I was like 2 years old. I still remember when I was 2 years old, we went camping and I caught a huge frog. That was a big thing, and that was in Montana. But it was since then, and I have 8 children, and we used to go camping a lot. And I'd always go out and hiking and day trips to go out and take pictures. I have not ever gone back into the woods, forest, anything since then. I just have no desire to. Wow. It scared me so bad. Now, I'm ashamed to admit this. I wet my pants in first grade. That was embarrassing because my mom had to come and bring me another pair of clothes. I tell you what, I went for the military, never wet myself. I wet myself when that thing screamed and it started coming after us. That's how scared I was.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Wow.
For sure.
And I can honestly...
One more thing. Did you see any teeth on it? What did the teeth look like if you saw any?
I didn't see the teeth. You know, when you notice something like that, in your mind, you don't rationalize right away what it was. Because I was prepared when my friend said, hey, look at the huge bear. That's what I expected to see. Now, when I swung with it with my telephoto lens on my camera, I noticed instantly it wasn't a bear. And about the same time I saw it, it saw me. And that's when it screamed. And that's when I panicked. So, I mean, I'm lucky to see what I saw. I mean, I'm not going to lie and sit there and say, oh, it has big teeth. It did this. It did that. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not going to lie about it. I can only tell you what I seen. What I saw over at the, the tree line, again, I didn't pay attention to its mouth. I didn't look, I just saw it there bending a tree over, and then it screamed. My only concern was to get out of there as fast as I could humanly get out.
Yeah, really. I guess whenever you got to the car and you turned around and you saw it was that close, you're probably like, okay, let's get out of here.
Well, I almost killed my friend because I didn't even think, that he was, grabbing onto the car door and had it open when I put the gas pedal down to the metal. I was taken off. That's all I could. I was never so scared in my life. Never. And it doesn't give off orbs. It didn't talk to me telepathically. And I don't think it was a hologram. I don't think it was in the metrics. And I certainly didn't feel bubbly orbs going up and down my neck into my brain. It was a flesh and blood living creature. It didn't want us there. And do I feel that if I wouldn't have taken off running, what would have happened? I can honestly tell you, if I would have stood my ground, I wouldn't be here. I really feel strongly. Now, I have people say, oh, they don't hurt you. All these people say, oh, they don't hurt you. Never really saw one. It's all this rumors that's going around about Bigfoot. Everybody's a Bigfoot expert that never saw one. I swear to God, if they ran into one in a situation out in the middle of nowhere, they're going to think twice about, well, they give off orbs and they're friendly towards human. They want to help us. That's not the case. Now, to make things even worse, guys, we were shook up, and we were really shook up. And we drove for maybe 15 miles, and we ran into like a little store, gas station type of thing out in the middle of nowhere. So we went in there, and just to calm down and get some soda or something, I don't remember. And we go in there, and the owner, could see that we were all shook up, and said, "What happened? What happened?" And we were scared to sit there and burp out. Oh, we saw a Bigfoot, and it chased us. My friend's a medical doctor. His dad is a Superior Court judge, or was at that time in Pierce County. His brother was a high-profile criminal attorney in Tacoma. Very well-known family. He's, all he can think is, well, I'm not going to say who I am. We're not, and then, I think we blurted out, we saw Bigfoot. And then the guy goes, well, did you have any weapons with you? And I said, no, we're from America. And well, then we went into his story that how he didn't serve in Vietnam and moved to Canada and got married. But that's beside the point. Then he informs us, well, did you have bear spray? Now, we're idiots. We didn't even think about bear spray. We didn't think about anything. We just had our camera equipment. He tells us, well, a week before that, did you know a guy and his wife were out backpacking? And the wife hurt herself, like broke her ankle or something, so he went to get help. And when he came back with, people to, rescue her, she was half eaten by bears.
Oh.
That scared me. So then I get these people call me up on the show occasionally, and I've interviewed them and stuff like that. Well, what do you take with you when you go look for Bigfoot? Oh, I carry a 3-inch pocket knife. Do you have any weapons or any bear spray? No, I carry this, my pocket knife. And I say, aren't you worried about coyotes, mountain lions, and cougar? Because we have those here. No, I can defend myself. Oh, I'll tell you something. Even a 6-inch knife is not going to do you a damn bit of good if you run across one of these critters. Now, I find it very weird, guys, and then we'll start with you guys. I've had people on my show that said that every time they go out, they see Bigfoot. Every single time. I don't know what they're smoking, but I can tell you, you're not going to go find a Bigfoot out every single time you go looking. Because I know people have been out looking for 20, 30 years and not have ever seen one. They have had maybe rocks thrown at them. Or they hear, tree knocks. And speaking about tree knocks, the good one is, how about this? You're out there banging on a tree and you get it knocking back at you, right? Then you bang at the tree again, and then you get knocking back at you. And then you're all excited, and you're with your friends. Oh, that's a Bigfoot. So as you're walking back through the trail, you meet another couple. And you start talking, what are you out here for? Oh, we're just looking for Bigfoot. Oh, we heard knocks. Oh, what time was that? Oh, it was around 2:35. I'm just making the time up. Well, gee, that's the time we did it. I wonder if we heard the same Bigfoot. Duh! You didn't hear no Bigfoot at all. You were communicating between yourselves. Now, Ryan, what do you want to say? Now it's your turn.
Oh, no, I mean, I agree with you on the people who say that they go out every time. I mean, that can't be true. There possibly can't be. I mean, it's just... there's too many people that, let's say, Ken Gerhard, for example, he's huge into cryptids, stuff like that. I mean, I don't think he's ever seen a Bigfoot, and that's what he's done all of his life. You know what I mean? It just, stuff like that, I don't know. But there's too many other different cryptids, I guess, that people see more, than those people, I guess, that see Bigfoot all the time. Like around here, a lot of people are seeing either Bigfoot or, a flying humanoid, or they also have been seeing, I guess, like a Sasquatch type in a way. But the biggest one that everyone says they've seen is the upright canine. I don't know if you guys have any, accounts of those, but that's what a lot of people see around here is upright canines.
Walking on two legs. I put a picture up about 3 weeks ago up on the website of a so-called canine walking on two legs.
Yeah, that's there's several sightings around this area for sure. And also, I was just looking. They said there's 7 different types of them, and they actually categorize them all. But I can't remember for the most part. They just all have, for example, they say one looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger in a way, I guess. And you've heard accounts of those several times where people, run into a giant upright canine that, they say his legs were so big and his chest was, just massive, and then they eventually say it looked just like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator, the first one.
Yeah.
But I mean that there is hard for me to believe, I guess. But the other ones, there's too many sightings of them, I guess. I would love to see one of these for myself for sure, but but there's another one that you don't probably want to be seeing by yourself in the woods. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you see it, you won't be coming out of the woods. Maybe some of these,
exactly.
Ryan, maybe some of these people that vanished in these, wooded areas weren't vanished, but some people say maybe it was UFO. Or maybe it could be a combination of some type of cryptid. Go in and you're nothing more than a barbecue on a stick.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, especially the ones that vanish. Yeah, you never know if it's a UFO. Those are, to me, I think that's a little bit more likely than a cryptid, to be honest with you, because those ones are actually more scary to me. I don't know.
Any of it's scary. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, again, I was out in the middle of nowhere, middle of the Canadian Rockies. Did I go out ever looking for Bigfoot or a cryptid in my life? Never. It was accidental, and that's why I'm saying I was in the middle of nowhere where people don't even go. How about these people that go out like in a campground and walk